And then I very quickly shared the playlist in the group this morning. There's the again. Let's go ahead and press play. Honestly, you can press play starting with any song that you want. It's a long playlist. I'm just going to start from the beginning. It doesn't matter if we follow along to the same song with this one. Hey, Ariana. But let's go ahead and press play in 3, 2, 1. Good. Restore. Let's stretch it out. My abs are still a little sore from the ab class. Like particularly like right here. They're screaming. Let's warm up our neck. So finding a nice strong stance, normally like what we normally do. Gently close your eyes and just start by inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Just standing here in a nice tall tree pose essentially. Inhaling and exhaling. Not moving the body yet, just feeling the weight of the body distributed across the feet. Acknowledging and appreciating the way in which you can hold yourself up in this upright, tall, strong position. Every time you inhale, your shoulders naturally just sort of rise a little bit, but then on your exhale, you let them fall further away from the ears. If you feel like you're starting to put more pressure onto the balls of your feet, send your weight back slightly. And then start to mobilize the neck, drawing your chin down towards your chest and over to one side. And then exhaling back and around. Feel free to take this as slow as you need this morning. And really try to find where your neck might be a little cranky, a little tight, and pause and send your breath to those muscles. We're going to take our time this morning. If you're ready, go ahead and reverse direction. Maybe noticing a different spot as you move the neck in this direction. And then whenever you're ready, lift that neck up through center. Go ahead, place your right hand on the left side of the head. Inhale as you gently draw your right ear to your right shoulder, not your right shoulder to your right ear. So it's okay if it doesn't touch, but we want to stretch out just the side of that neck. Let your left shoulder hang down. Not yanking on the neck per se, but just gently facilitating the stretch here. On your next inhale, lift your head up through center, release your right arm down, lift your left hand up, place it on the right side of your head. Exhale as you pull gently on the head towards the left shoulder. Interesting. Notice if this side is different than the other side. For me it was, clearly, because I just said interesting. My left shoulder wanted to go up. See if you can pull that down. If that's happening to you, relax your shoulders. Good. And then inhale as you lift that neck up, release your hands down. Come to the top of your mat, so not the back, but the top. You're going to inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale as you drop your right hand down and lean over to the left. Sorry, lean over to the right. Getting a stretch on the left side body. Inhale, come back up through center. Drop your left hand down and lean over to the left. Inhale through center. Baby back bend, elbows out wide. Open up that chest. Hands come up, inhale, one more side bend. Over to the right. And then hands up to center. Over to the left. Hands up overhead, inhale. Exhale, elbows out wide. Inhale those hands up. And then exhale, start to roll it all the way down. Hands coming down towards the mat. And just hold here for a second. Inhaling into the back part of the body. Exhaling. Feel free to bend into your knees, sending your chest towards your knees. Inhale as you start to straighten those knees as we're in this forward fold. And then exhale, bend. Hands come down towards the mat. Each time we straighten those legs, we get a little bit further, a little bit deeper into the forward fold. Good. This time, if you can, try to bring your hands down to the mat. Lift up your left foot and step it back so we're in like a runner's lunge. If you need support, if this is too hard for you, you can grab books or yoga blocks and place them underneath your hands. Okay, so we're going to come into this nice forward lunge here. So back leg is straight, you're up on your left toes, right foot is planted down. Your hands are between your foot. Plant your left hand down and then open up, twisting to the right. Right hand comes to the air. Look out over your right shoulder. Breathe into this twist. On your next inhale, bring that hand back down towards the ground. Straighten your front leg and bend your back leg. Lift up on those front toes so you get a nice stretch behind that front leg. Yeah, a little hamstring stretch there. So both legs are up off the ground. Good. Gently straighten that back leg, bend into that front leg, drop those front toes down. Step that back leg forward, come back into your forward fold. Exhale all your air out. And then on your next inhale, step your right leg back with control. Yeah. Oh, that feels good, that one. Find your position, and then keep your right hand down on the mat, fingertips are full palm. Lift your left arm up towards the sky and take a nice twist here. One more full breath. On your next inhale, come on out of that twist. Start to straighten that front leg, walk your fingers back, bend into the back leg, and get a stretch in the back of that front leg. Good. Inhale, place that front foot down, straighten that back leg. Drop your back knee down, uncurl your toes, and then lift up through your chest. Oh, send that front hip forward. If this is too deep of a stretch, you can always bring that front leg across and then come down. That's going to actually lessen the intensity of the stretch in the front hip to come into pigeon pose, shockingly. So figure out what works for you. Hands can stay on your knee. That front leg. If you need an even deeper stretch here, either stay, or if you need a deeper stretch, bring that inside arm up and overhead. Inhale, come on out of it. Place your hands down. Send that leg back into your quadruped and send the other leg forward. Getting a nice hip flexor stretch on this side. Again, option to do pigeon. Pigeon meaning that front leg comes across the body and you extend your arms forward. Goal here is the hip flexor stretch right now. If you need to deepen that stretch, bring that inside arm up and overhead, or just hang out there. Good. Come on out of that stretch, send that foot back. Let's come into our quadruped position. I'm going to start with a couple cat-cows here. So pushing nice and strongly through those hands. Make sure your weight is, the center of gravity is in between the wrists and the knees. You can always come up onto fists if your wrists start to bother you. I know we did a lot of stuff with the wrists this week. Inhaling as we arch through that spine, lift up through the chest. Think about pulling forward as you lift through the chest. Exhaling as you come through neutral spine. And then first tucking the tail and then rounding through the upper spine, looking down towards the thighs. Keep going, inhaling in one direction, exhaling in the other. Two more here, mobilizing the spine. Stay in a rounded spinal position. And inhale and exhale here, really feeling the muscles along the upper shoulder girdle stretch and spread as you breathe into those muscles, into the back part of those lungs. On your exhale, come into neutral spine. Good, so we're all in our quadruped position. Lift up your right hand, inhale. Exhale, weave it underneath the left shoulder. Bring your right ear down to the mat. And just breathe into this twist. Further stretching out the muscles along the upper back, traps, rhomboids, lats. When you're ready, come on up out of that twist, plant that hand down, lift your other hand up, and then same thing, weave it underneath the shoulder, bringing your ear down to the mat. Notice if you feel like one side is tighter than the other. Where is that happening? And can you send your breath to that spot to help create space in those muscles and release any tension you have? Inhale, coming on up, back to our quadruped position. Walk your hands forward just slightly. Curl your toes under. Exhale as you lift your bum back up towards the sky and come into your downward facing dog. Really wind your elbows underneath your body. Push back through the hands to help you get those hips a little bit higher and start to pedal out the feet. Make sure you're pressing into all 10 fingers, okay, not just the palms of the hands. Lift up on both toes, inhale. Exhale, draw those heels down towards the mat. 2 full breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly transition to your plank position. And then on your exhale, lower down with control all the way to the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders, uncurl those toes. Inhale, lift up into a baby cobra, back extension. Exhale, release down, bringing your right ear to the mat. Inhale, back up to your baby cobra. Basically lifting your chest off of the ground. Legs are relaxed and long behind you. Exhale, release your left ear down to the mat. One more time each side. Pressing through those hands, elbows pointing back, lifting your chest, neck and head off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, right ear down. Last time, inhale through center, baby cobra. Exhale, left ear down. Good. Take your arms long now behind you, clasp them behind your back. Okay. Back to the palms are against the back. Your elbows are bent. And just let them rest on the ground or towards the ground. Your hands are clasped behind you, your elbows are bent, your hands are about mid-back. Your ears down. Oh, yeah. Sometimes this feels slightly uncomfortable, but it's actually a beautiful stretch. Breathe a couple times here. On your next inhale, lift up through the chest, extend your arms long behind you as if I'm pulling your arms away from you. So here we come into our extension. Exhale as you bring those hands back, opposite ear down on the mat. Release your elbows down towards the mat. It's okay if they don't touch the ground, that's no problem. Couple breaths here. One more, inhale up, open up that chest, pull those hands behind you. Exhale, come straight down, unclasp those hands. Bring them back underneath your shoulders. Inhale as you lift yourself up. Exhale as you push yourself back to a child's pose. Knees can go wide, feet touch. Forehead comes down to the mat. Arms are extended long in front of you, and just breathe. On your next inhale, start to walk your hands closer to your knees, rolling up so that we're in a kneeling position. Circle your neck in one direction. Circle your neck in another direction. Go ahead, swing your legs around, send them in front of you. We're almost done. I know that seemed like that was the point, but it's not the point. Bend into one knee, lift it up and over, hugging that knee into your chest, just getting a little bit of a glute stretch here. Lift up nice and tall through that spine. If you want any more final twist action, here's a moment where we can take one. Stay here, or if you want to inhale that outside arm up and overhead, placing those fingertips down, still hugging that knee in, looking up nice and tall behind the shoulder. That is helping to facilitate the twist. On your next inhale, if you're in that twist, come up and out of it. Good. Lift that leg up and extend it long, bending into the opposite leg now and crossing it over the extended leg. Hug that knee into your chest. Again, if you want that twist, inhale up and around. Shoulders away from the ears. Good. Inhale as you come up and out of the twist if you took it. Lift that leg back over. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Knees go out wide to come into a butterfly stretch. Holding on to the ankles or the toes. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward with a straight spine. And then round it out. Trying to make sure your shoulders aren't creeping up too closely to your ears. That's going to crunch the neck. Inhale up to a nice tall spine. Keep one leg across the body. Send your opposite toes behind you. Let's finish with our mermaid because it just feels so good. Arm comes out long. Hold on to the shin. Inhale up and over. Good. Exhale. Release. Inhale up and over. Yeah. Exhale. Release. Last one. Let's inhale up and over. Exhale as you twist into that rib cage, looking down towards that shin. Oh, there it is. Inhale, first come out of that twist. And then exhale, come out of that bend. Send that hand behind you. Top hand comes off the shin. Inhale as you sweep that top arm up and around. Lift those hips towards the sky. Exhale, lower down with control. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Opposite leg comes across, opposite toes go behind. Arm out to the side, hand on shin. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, release. Inhale, up and over. Good. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, rotate in that torso, look down towards that mat. Inhale, coming out of that twist. Exhale, coming out of that side bend. That hand goes behind you. Other hand comes off the shin. Inhale as you sweep it back and around, lifting those hips to the sky. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower with control. Both legs come across the front. Send your fingers, your body forward, fingers plant down, coming into a forward fold, uncross those legs. Exhale all your air out. Inhale, start to articulate it all the way back up. Have a beautiful weekend.